All right, now we're going to talk about, and I'm talking to my Greenspun students. This is Miss Martin. Last lesson we were working with cylinders, and now we're going to work with cones. I just want to show you that there is a very direct relationship between cylinders and cones. I'm going to tell you to take a look at the formula for volume of cones when I cover something up, and you notice it's exactly the same as the cylinder, okay? All I'm covering up is 1/3 times. So the way I look at this is, and the way we teach this is, if you have a cylinder and you shaved off all of this, you now have 1/3 of a cylinder. All right? So that's why we say 1/3 times pi times radius squared times height. You have to remember the 1/3. Most kids will forget to do that, to calculate that in, because they're so used to cylinder, okay? The way I like to do it is, I don't like fractions, so I like to go pi, which this is very easily done. Pi times radius squared times height, all of that divided by 3. So you get the same answer, because, you know, technically this is 1 is in the numerator, 3 is in the denominator. Over here, 1 would be in the numerator, 3 would be in the denominator of a fraction, and all of this is in the numerator. I've probably already confused a ton of kids. Just ignore me. Don't even listen to that, but some of you get it. But the point is, I like to go with my calculating pi times r squared times height, all divided by 3. All right, enough talking. I promise I'm going to go faster this time. Okay, here we go. Here is the volume of cones assignment. Volume of a cone. So I know I'm doing a cone, not a cylinder. And it's got a height of 12 and it's got a base radius of 5. I just need to see the radius is 5. There's my height, there's my radius. That's all I need to plug into my formula. And it says to use 3.14 for pi. And do not round anything, and be sure to use the correct unit in your answer. Lots of bossy things they're telling us. 3.14 times the radius is 5, so I'm going to square that. Look, they put 12 first as a height. Don't get caught on that. The radius is 5 squared times 12, and I'm doing it divide by 3. You don't have to do it that way. You can do it 1/3 times if you want. I'm just going to do it the short way. Okay, for this, this is the only time I'm going to go ahead and calculate this one. For the rest of them, to save time, I'm going to just give the answers. Let's turn it on first. 3.14 times, what's 5 times 5? 25 times 12, straight into divide by 3. And I get 314, just like the key. 314, I'm always checking to make sure I did everything right. And again, it says do not round anything. Well, I don't need to round anything if you notice, okay? But my correct units would be inches. I'm using inches, and remember, what is the exponent? You're right, 3. There's my answer. Moving on to the next one. Okay, this one I'm just going to set up the equation, and then I'll give you the answer. And then you can work it out and practice calculating it if you wish. Volume of a cone, that's what I'm doing. Plus I got a picture, that kind of helps me too. I got a radius of 3, I got a height of 8. Here we go, 3.14 times 3 squared times 8, all of that divided by 3. And when I get that, it says do not round. Oh, yeah, I don't have to round anything. I keep everything exactly as decimals are given. And this gave me a decimal answer of 75.36 inches cubed. I have friends, teacher friends, that would be very angry with me because I'm not saying this right. 75 and 36 hundredths. There you go, Miss Moses. That was for you. Okay, my daughter Molly's laughing because she had Miss Moses as a teacher. Okay, here's question number 3. All right, we know it's a cone because also has a picture of a cone. Height of 12 and a base diameter of 8. Fix the diameter right now. We don't use diameter, we use radius. What's half of 8? 4. That's going to be in my equation. So I'm going to go 3.14 times the radius squared times the height, all divided by 3. Do not round anything. Correct answers. Look how fast this goes. It's really that easy. When you calculate everything, I'm going to put my answer down here, is 200.96 in its feet. Now, what is the exponent? I'm going to just keep testing you every time we do this. Cubed. Okay? Okay. Now we're going to do number 4, and this is where it gets a little different. See up here when I don't know why I'm pretending I have my Elmo in my classroom. I don't have to move my paper. All right, here it says use 3.14 for pi. See that? That is really huge. And you know, I brought home my highlighters. Hang on. I'm going to highlight this because I want you to know how important this is. Just grab the first one I could find. Okay, so this says use the value of 3.14 for pi and do not round anything. Now, take a look at the next question. It's a cone, and they're saying find the volume. All right, cool, find the volume. They're saying the radius is 3, the height is 6, that's good, I know that. Now, look what this says. Write the exact volume in terms of pi. And then be sure to include the correct unit in your answer. What does that mean? Write the, oops, you can't see it. So let me, oops, going the wrong way. Okay, let me try to move my camera. All right, so this says, all right, write the exact volume in terms of pi. And what that means, kids, is let's set up the equation, all right? We know that we have pi times, sorry that this is getting all wobbly, 3 squared times 6. That's the pi r squared h divided by 3, okay? And it says when it write the exact volume in terms of pi, it means leave the pi. Don't turn it into 3.14. See up here? It's 3.14. When it says leave it in terms of pi, write the exact volume in terms of pi, leave the pi symbol. That is more exact because pi is a never-ending, it's a non-repeating, non-terminating decimal. So when I just say pi, I'm saying all of the numbers in pi. That's more exact than rounding it to just 3 digits, 3.14. So that's why they do that. Whether you care or not, I just said that for some people who go, why is that? What's exact mean? That's exact. That is not. It was rounded. Okay, so with in terms of pi, we love these because, hey, all I gotta do is keep pi all the way to the end in my answer. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and solve this. This will be pi times 9 times 6 all over 3. And of course, 9 times 6 is 54. So now I'm gonna go pi times 54 all over 3. Can't divide 3 into pi, but do you think you can divide 3 into 54? Why, yes you can. How many times can you? Well, let's see. 3 goes into 5 one time without going over with a remainder of 2. So 5 take away 3 is 2. Put the 2 in front of the 4. How many times does 3 go into 24? Or 3 times what is 24? 8. So 8 is that, it goes there. Now, I'm not gonna put pi in front. I always put pi behind. Just like I would not ever say x2 or y3. Instead, I say 2x and 3y. Coefficients go in front of variables and numbers go in front of symbols. So here we have 18 pi. And again, we had to put our correct units. We were using yards and it's volume, so it's a 3. So 18 pi yards cubed. And pi goes before the yards cubed because this is a number. If I wanted to round this to make it 3.14, I could multiply that times 18 and actually have a decimal as an answer. Okay, so the big thing here is exact volume in terms of pi. Anything in terms of pi, you get to leave the pi. Did anyone of you see when I had this here that, hey, isn't just 9 divided by 3, 3? If I just covered that up, can you just see that? Or doesn't 6 divided by 3 equal 2? Yes, it does. So you can cancel, you can simplify here if you wish. You could either take 9 over 3 6 over 3, and then multiply it times the other number that you weren't covering up, or were covering up, or multiply them all across the top and then divide by 3. It doesn't matter. You'll still get 18. Okay, cool. All right. For these next problems, if I can just find them. All right, the next problems. This time I'm just going to set them up. I'll give you the answer because we're at 10 minutes, and I said I was going to make this faster, and I still have 3 word problems to go over with you on this. Okay, so we have a cone. That's cool. Diameter's 10. So what's radius? Tell me. Everybody yell it at once. Yes, you're right. 5. Height of 12. Write the exact volume in terms of pi. Okay, all you smarty pants. I know you know what that means now. Be sure to include the correct unit in your answer. All right, pi. We don't have to write that stinking 3.14. Radius squared times height all over 3. Well, all I have to do is look over at my key. You'd be working it out. If you decide to work this out, you get 100 pi cubic centimeters. Fancy schmancy and fun. Who knew math could be so fun? Okay, volume of a cone. Radius 6, height 11. Again, write the exact volume in terms of pi, which is pi times 6 squared times 11 all over 3. If you don't do all over 3 or do 1/3 times all that, you're going to get the wrong answer. Okay. Does anybody know what you would get if you didn't divide it by 3? Molly, what would you get if you had pi r squared h divided by 3 and you forgot to divide by 3? What kind of shape would you have for pi r squared h? A cylinder. Yes, that too. Okay, so you're going to get pi. I don't have to do this. I already told you. I'm not working it out. I'm just going to give you the answer. So on number 6, Savage. The answer is 132 pi. And what are our units? Yards cubed. Okay, then here's where we're getting into 3 word problems. Yep, I did. We made an assignment. Miss Glazer and Mr. Badal and I just wanted to get back at you for all those days that you annoy us. Not really, just kidding. Okay, maybe. Okay, so anyway, word problem. Hey, we're making cones. Cool. Each cone that's made out of solid foam, so you can't hurt each other. Each cone has a height of 13, a diameter of 6. Fix the diameter of 6 because it has to be a radius. Half of 6 is 3. How much foam will it need to make 50 cones? So even before we begin, I'm going to challenge you. We have everything we need to do the formula for a cone, but now we're going to it's a word problem, so we're going to either use that 50, multiplying it times this answer times 50, or are we going to divide by 50? Well, if you remember, earlier I said, hey, when they're smaller numbers, usually you're going to multiply by that, and if they're huge, thousands and thousands and thousands of numbers, then perhaps that's going to be a division problem. So let's see. We have 1 foam, and it gives us, when we do pi times 3 squared, because that's my radius, then it's my height, divided by 3. Dang it, I don't remember what that gives us. I don't know what it gives us. So, yes I do, because look, I'm going to do 3 goes into 9, 3 times 13 is 39, so that's going to give me 39 pi, okay, for 1. But we need times 50, okay? So that's going to be 39 times 50, okay? There's little tricks to do, but I don't feel like trying to be so smart right now. I'm just going to do it. Okay, 1170. That's not what they have. All right, let me check this again. I have 9, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 times 13 is 39. And we have 50 cones on number 7. Oh, did anybody catch me? Did anybody catch look what it says. Look, does it say round in terms of pi? No, because Miss Martin, as always, thought, well, hey, number 6 is an exact volume in terms of pi. So number 7, we're just going to use pi. See, I just used pi. Can't use pi. What do we have to use, everybody? 3.14. So 39, 3.14 times 39. Notice bigger digits, ones with more digits, not bigger, but the ones with more digits go on top, not the bottom. Can't believe I have to tell 8th graders that. Times 39 equals 122.46. Now, multiply that. I wasn't wrong with this because that is true, but gotta now multiply that times 3.14 before I multiply it times 50. Okay, so I'm not that stupid. Okay, here we go. 6,123. What are we talking about? This is how much foam it's going to take. And what's my units? Sorry, what are my units? Inches cubed. That's how much it is for 50 cones. For one cone, it's that much. For 50 cones, it's that much. Got it? Good. Okay, 7. Dang it. See, I started talking too much. Number 8. I'm just going to set it up, and then I'll give you the answer, and then you can work on yours. Okay, paper cups. Oh, cool. Shaped like cones. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can. And this one turned out even longer than the last one. I'm just messing around too much, I think. Okay, so each cup has a height of 12, cool, and a base radius of 5.5. Okay, and so let's just get that much. So we know, and it says to use 3.14 because you're not going to mess with me anymore, Alex. I'm reading it this time. 3.14 times 5.5 squared times 12, all that divided by 3. Now, I don't know, I feel like I must go ahead and multiply it out just because I don't know what it is for 1, and since times, what do I have to do now? Remember, divided by 3 equals 379. No idea if this is on the screen. 379.94. And we're talking about cubic centimeters. But they're saying, hey, the cooler has this much. So how many, if this is 379.94 cubic centimeters is in 1 cup of paper to be used for 1 cup, then how much is it in a cooler that has that much water? How many cups can be filled from that cooler? Okay, so paper cups, each cup has a height. Oh, okay, you know, I said how much paper this makes. It's actually how much, I'm trying to fix this, how much water that is 1 cup will hold. And that's how much a cooler, that's how much water they have. So you want to know, how many cups am I going to get out of that much water? Or how many cups will I need? Okay, so we take the big number, and what do we do with that number? We're going to divide. Okay, divide by 379.94, and that is going to equal 50. How does that happen? 50 cups. Okay. Hey, if I'm making any mistakes, because I don't really know, I'm not going to divide it into there right now. You can email me. Let me know. I'll fix it. Well, I probably won't fix it. I'll just put out a little disclaimer. Okay, so that's going to be 50 cups. Look at all those big numbers, and it came down to that. Cool. It's very interesting. All right, the next one, again, this time I really am just going to put the answers because this is turning into an epic long video. All right, solid brass. The sculpture is made of solid brass in the shape of a cone. It's 90 inches tall. That means height. Base is a radius of 6. Okay, R equals 6. All right, so let's go there. Use 3.414, all right, in my calculations. So here we go. So it's going to be 3.14 times the radius 6 squared times 90. I could have put 90 first, but I'm trying to get you to memorize pi r squared h. Pi r squared h. Pi r squared h, all divided by 3. Okay. Once I do that, it says whatever this answer is, if brass costs 55 cents per cubic inch, and this is going to be how much it is in cubic inches, and how much did the brass for the sculpture cost? So think of 1 cubic inch out of all this when I do all the math. So yes, we're going to multiply times 55. Okay, so all of that times 55. Got it? And that answer will be 1865.16. And remember, 55 cents per cubic inch. So this is 55 cents times all of those cubic inches. It's going to be dollars, guys, not cubic inches, but dollars, because that's money. Okay? All right, last one. Oh, brother, it's a cooler question again. All right, the cup has a height of 9. It's a cone, and the base is a radius of 4. How much water is needed to fill 150 cups? All right, so on the last one, they gave us how much water was in the cooler, and then and then each cup could hold that much. Well, this is a little different. So hopefully you understand, we're going to end up multiplying. So we got 3.14 times the radius squared times the height of 9, all divided by 3. We get all of that, and we're going to times it by 150, and that gives us an answer. Hopefully I'll make it on, 22,608 cubic centimeters. All right, that's it. That's cones in a nutshell. Whew, bye.